So guys, you clicked on this video for one reason, to find out these offerings, alright? So let's get straight into this video, starting with the retired ones. Okay, so this has been retired for quite a while, meaning you cannot find these in normal game. And they were kind of bad. They're like these reagents. Yeah, I think that's how you say it. They're not really good. And there's no good explanation, but I'll be here to explain that to you. So like I said, these just brighter, dimmed, brightest. We don't have to worry about that. That's not an effect. But they were like, you know, they were at disadvantages for your side or advantages. I mean, they could have added it as long as they tweaked it. But let's get into this first one, and these are some of the newer add-ons. So Big O's Blueprint tremendously increases the chance of spawning the hatch in the main building if the map has a main building. This means that tremendously, okay, think of it as a notch, okay? If you click this, it's a notch. Alright, if another player interacts with it, like it chooses for the hatch to spawn somewhere else, it adds a notch against you, meaning it's a 50-50 split between. Tremendously means it's almost guaranteed. Like, in my experience, it has been every time. So it might be every time, I believe it is. I'm not completely sure, don't quote me on that, but basically it's like a notch, okay? There's a notch that you have set. If nobody interacts with you, then it's gonna spawn in the main building. This is really good if you know where the hatch is at. That means you don't have to run nasty perks, okay, that you don't want to, like Bills, for instance. Bills Left Behind. You know where the hatch is at. There's no need to. But if they can also strengthen it. If they get the same blueprint, then there's two notches. So if somebody else decides to go against it, then you'll win because you have two notches. Think of it like that. So it's like guaranteed. That's how you should think of it, because every time so far it's been guaranteed for me. So moving on, Torn Blueprint. Reveal the aura of the basement hooks to you for 20 seconds at the start of the trial. Tremendously increases the chance of spawning the basement in the main building if the map has a main building. This means it's like the notch system, but with the basement in the main building. It's deciding where the basement's going to spawn. The basement can spawn one of two places, just like, I want to say just like the hatch, but no. I mean, there's two offerings for the two places that it can, but it's not. Usually the hatch won't spawn in one of those places, sorry. This means that it's like the notch system, like I said. It will spawn in the main building. So this is like the thing. You got 2 against 1, the 2 will win. 1 against 2, the 2 will win. It's just majority of notches. Let's move on to this. Slightly thickens the dark mist. Okay. If you notice, which you might not, there's a slight mist. It's hardly noticeable. It's basically a range thing. It's how far the killer can see you, or how far you can see the killer. And so they didn't know which way to put it. They didn't know both ways. They didn't they said it both ways. Like if it's Michael Myers or something, you might want to be able to see him, but at the same time he can stalk you better. So it's like a gift. If it's most killers, then it's like a 50-50 because you see them or they see you. Generally, you're going to see them before they see you since you have such a wider vision. But not always true since they roam gens. And Lessons is just the opposite. It's basically a notch against the dark. It's already kind of as much as it can, but you can lessen it more, which there's a reason why there aren't a lot of add-ons for lessening it, because if you lessen it too much, then you can literally see for miles, and that could be taken OP. Slightly increases luck. Chalk Pouch. Personal stacks. Personal meaning it only applies to you. Stacks meaning it stacks with other luck-based things, which doesn't make sense because stuff that doesn't even say stacks. I mean, these obviously say stacks, but you know what I mean. This gives you 1% luck. This gives you 1 more percent of luck. This is not that good at all, guys. I do not recommend it. Basically, luck is bear traps and hooks. That's all luck is. Okay, so there's no add-on. No, there's perk for that, for the add-ons on a chest loot, but no, luck is bear traps and hooks, which the base chance for a hook, if you didn't know, is 4%. This means it would make it a 5%, which is still incredibly low. You only have 3 strikes unless you use a perk, Still not worth it. And there is bear traps. Bear traps, you have 25%. This will just add one more, 26%. Not good. The luck perks are not good unless you're using a full squad running Bargo's or something salty lips. Something about salty lips. Alright, trust. Alright, bloody blueprint. This is where the basement is spawning in the killer shack. Pretty straightforward, like the notch system, but for the killer shack. Oh yeah, and I didn't talk about it. The basement is revealed to you for 20 seconds, no matter if you're a survivor or a killer. And basically, it's just to reassure where it spawned. This is basically what it's for. It's not, it's not, oh, it's OP. It's not one of those things. It's just, oh, well, okay. So the basement's there, which will help you, if you're plundered for items, you go there. Or if you're wanting to not die, you want to actually live another game, then, yeah, you stay away from that. This is just saying that the hatch will spawn in the killer shack, which I highly recommend over this one, because the killer shack is super small compared to whatever the main building is. Okay, 99% of the time. So, moving on. Virgo Shroud. See, I'm not sure who Vigo is. Okay, why am I saying Virgo? I'm not sure who Vigo is. He's some lore-based character that you could probably find. Look up on Dead by Daylight Wiki. It's fine. But start the trial as far as possible from the killer. This is okay, I guess. It's secret, which obviously if he knew that'd suck, he'd just track you right off the bat. But, see, the thing is, the killer does a routine most of the time. I mean, you might be the last person to be found, but then again, you might not. So, it's not very good at all. This is a goodie right here. If you're planning on hunting down chests, this is pretty good. Basically, if you don't know, 3 chests spawn, okay, a match. I believe it's the basement, and then 3 more chests, which I think on it's like one of the Huntress's maps, where there's like the big rooms in the middle. I forgot what it's called, but it's that where it has the cages around the chest. You know what I'm talking about? That I think that's guaranteed to spawn. I'm not for sure. I'm not for sure, like I said, but I think it might be. And yeah, 3 chests spawn, including the basement. Pretty straightforward. This is decent. I mean, if you didn't know, though, repairing generators with multiple people is inefficient, and it's better for one person to be on each generator. Way better. 80 seconds, you got 4 generators ticking off. That is crazy. That is gonna alarm them. Only 80 seconds. Okay, most of the time somebody's going to get found, so 3. But still, this, slightly 1% to everyone. Not that good at all, guys. I do not recommend it. Hazy Rager, it's just a moderately thickens it. Like I said, you don't see the lessons. You don't see the lessons for considerably either, because, like I said, that could be overpowered. But this is decent, I guess. It depends on what you're doing. It can go both ways. It's a double-edged sword, so just how you play. This, moderate inclusive luck, this is a 2% buff to you. Okay, I looked up on the Dead by Daylight Wiki, doing my research. This is a 2% just for you, like it says, stacks. Now, you can see they removed any of those. I believe there were once map add-ons, like lower, but no, they just go straight to tremendously, which is like notches. That's basically what it is. It's just notches. It means guarantees you're going here. It's just like that. And notches work against each other, making it a 50-50 sometimes. So this is just for the... Okay, you might want to skip if you don't want to hear me pronounce these, but... Yamaka State, okay? Basically, I believe that is Spirit's Realm. By the way, these are called realms. Rather than maps, people refer to them as maps. They're actually called realms. The Pied Piper tremendously increases the chances of being sent to the Springwood when burnt. That is Springwood. Dang, how do I not know what Springwood is? Betrayed the town, exact from to detect all their children. How do I not know what Springwood is? Okay, why don't I know what that is? I don't know. Maybe that was Oni. Did Oni get him out? I don't think he did. Wait, I don't think. No, he didn't. The last math. Tremendously increases the chance of being sent to Red Force. This is Huntress's. This is Huntress's match. 100%. The biggest map in the game. Okay. This is definitely the best for Survivor. Probably the easiest map to win on because it's so freaking big. There's others that are super small. By the way, if we're just gonna look through it real quick, there's like different variations, okay? But like, you can get sent. It's just a chance which variation of the map you get. So, going back to here. No, we're going here. Strode, Haddonfield. That is Michael Myers' map. I feel stupid. What if that's not it? Yeah, it's Strode Reality Key. Of course it's it. Alright, I just don't want to be wrong on that. Because Haddonfield, it might have been called something else too. But yeah. Shattered Glasses, Larry's Memorial. Gives you a notch for that. That's basically the Stealth Killer's map. That's Doctor's map, where it's like all indoors. Yeah, I don't like it too much. Blood is super noticeable. Close with any reject all offerings that alter the chance of being specific to a specific realm. This can only be canceled if 4 identical realm offerings are played. So this is basically, think of this counting 3 notches. This is basically a 3-notch perk, a 3-notch offering that counters every single other, including your teammates, every single other person's map offering or realm offering. 3 notches because if they play 4 at the same time, then this is screwed over. So think of it as 3 notches, which most people won't even get 2, so you're fine. This will for sure reject them. Although that's kind of a PP head move, but you know, you do what you want. Mayor's tremendously increases the chance to be sent to Midwich Elementary School. This gives you a notch for the map that Pyramid Head is on. If you don't know, it's a Silent Hill map. It's mainly indoors. There's a middle that's like kind of spaced out. It's outside. It's pretty cool map. I kind of like it. It's small. It is a small map, but it makes up for it by having a 2nd level. So it's a pretty cool map though. Macmillan Estate. This is the Trapper's map. This is, there's so many variations of this, so there's like no chances of getting what you want, but this is the Trapper's map. It's hard to describe because there's different variations, so whatever. Jigsaw piece, this is just obviously Jigsaw, like what, get a meat packing plant, this is for the pig. So it gives you sent to the pig's map, which is a 2-level map as well indoors. Not as good Haddonfield as, not Haddonfield, but Midwich Elementary School in my opinion. It's nice though. Ivory Chalk, this gives you 3% more luck. Like I said, these are only worth it if you use a team thing, which is that thing right there, this thing over here, yeah. And if you do the 52% get off build, yeah, so you can get your stuff up to 52% chance to get off the hook. It is crazy. I'm not going to talk about this in this video though. Heart Locket. This gives you a notch for Caldwin Farm, which basically cornfield. There's different variations as well. Hawkins National Laboratory ID. This is the indoor Demogorgon map. Gives you a notch for that, which is okay. It has the upstairs. It's like an overall kind of big map, and it has the upstairs, and it has several different things. It's a decent map. Grandma's Cookbook. Tremendously increases the chance of being sent to a backwater swamp. This is obviously Hag's map. There's tall grass. There's generally that fat boat. If not, it'd be like same thing, but the Grim Reaper's thing. Not Grim Reaper. What am I saying? It's like Grim's pantry or something. Okay. Dirty News. Tremendously increases the chance to be sent to the grave of Glenville. I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't know where that's at. If I had to wait. Yes, I do. This is the Chains of Hate. This is the dude something saloon, the Dead Dog Saloon. That's what that is. Okay, I know because I remember seeing the news. Just reminds me of it. This sent to Ormond. I actually don't know what that is. I'm gonna be completely honest. Maybe it's Wraith's map. That guess that Nigerian kid. Increase the chance of being sent to a correspondent asylum. This is the nurse's map. There's a building in the center. This is where it introduced buildings. There's a building in the center, and it's mainly outside. So, it's not that exciting at all, in my opinion. This Modern Inclusive Luck gives 2% to all survivors, and it stacks. So, Arzov's, this is, I believe, another... No, this is the Wraith's map, I believe. You know, they don't really have specific map. Yeah, they do. They kind of do. That's like race map. I'm not sure where armament is. I take a big guess, but I'm not gonna go through it. Not gonna ramble. White Ward, burning this offering grants you protection against the loss of your item and add-ons. This is pretty good, especially if you're going to ultra rare stuff. This works very well with survivors. The killer has a variation, Black Ward, which just protects against loss of add-ons, but this protects against your item too, so be sure to stack up that legendary key and go in there, bro. But no, this basically any of these items, even the best of the best, and then you throw in the best of the best add-ons. It protects you against that. You get them back after the end trial, no matter if you lose or win. This considerably increases the luck of all survivors. Notice how there's not a personal one. That's because, you know, up here, they don't want to make an ultra rare luck because they know it's trash. So, 3% to all survivors, not that good unless you stack it with anti-up, which is how you do the luck build. But you have to do a survive with friends, okay? Or get incredibly lucky, which is not going to happen. All survivors start the trial together. This sucks. Okay, this might be good at rank 20, but this sucks. I know you see him at rank 12, but I played on Xbox for years, bro. This sucks. Okay, you don't want to be together. You want to repair gens as fast as possible. That's how you win. And, you know, be toxic, whatever. That's fun. But you don't want to be together no matter what. This create two more chests. Gosh, bro, is pretty good. Especially if you're wanting to do plunder stuff. You get each person. You get up to 11 chests, which is kind of cool. 11 chests that you're decked out. Okay, there's like not a lot of stopping you. You get to make those videos on that, bro. It's pretty fun. It's when you combine the perk builds. And then we have calms the entity and slightly increases the distance between sacrificial hooks appearing in the world. Okay, we're gonna go to this in a second because I have a big talk about that. Mercury aggregate. Regent, whatever, greatly thickens the dark mist. This is just greatly thickens the dark mist, meaning this puts 3 notches on the dark mist, if that makes sense. Okay, and if you notice, this is one, it goes up to here, and the other goes up to lessens the clear, because think about it, if 4 survivors use it, it's gonna make it incredibly lessened. But if 4 survivors use this, and then 1 killer uses this, it will only count as 1 notch, and it'll be just slightly lessened. It'll just cancel out, you know, math class, right? Okay, here, petrified oak, like I said, it stacks, which can be pretty sexy. Not gonna lie. I really want to see. I want to see 4 survivors use this sometime. I want to see what it looks like. That's gonna look pretty cool. Basically, what it says, it makes the hooks separated apart from each other. It's not that good. Yeah, it's not that good. Because there's already so many hooks. Like that was my talk. They need to mess with the hooks. Like there's so many hooks, it's kind of crazy. They need to like calm down on those hooks, bro. I'd say they make less of them because the killer always reaches one. No matter what, like every time, name a time you broke loose. Oh yeah, that one time. Well, guess what? That dude was probably ranked 20. Okay, and he probably just got lucky because 2 teammates died. Okay, yeah. I like the prevents like certain hook spawning a lot better. I don't feel like the killer should have a thing where they make more hook spawn because there's so many, and you can't even sabotage them all because sabotaging, you know, they eventually come back, so it's not even worth it. So, yeah, that's what I gotta think about that. And you can't see it in Survival with Friends, because, you know, obviously I'm in that, because I can see these. But there's Bloodpoint things, and let me just go ahead and explain that. Basically, they did buff it, so there's a brown, a green, a yellow, and a green one, okay? Their stuff is a bit janky. This is all I have. Like I said, I kind of started recently, but they're a bit janky. Okay, you have these. You have one for each category: altruism, survival, objective, and bold. I don't have bold because I used them all because bold's pretty fun. But you have those. Basically, they just give you in that category. Okay, they just give you that amount in that category. So If you get 8,000, which is the limit, the best you can possibly get in objective, okay, and you put this on it, you get 4,000 extra blood points. That's how that works. It's the same with each of these guys. It gives you 4,000, okay, if you get 8,000. It's 50%. So if you have 2,000, you only get 1,000. If you have 3,000, you only get 1,500. Just do the math. It's literally divided by 2. It's not hard. Yellow makes it 75% bonus, which means if you have 8,000, you'd have 6,000, which is decent boost. Not that good. It's not really a big of a difference, especially if you think you spend more on this than you actually make. But, you know, I guess you're just trying to level up and get the good perks anyway, so it's like, think of it like a discount. And then there's the green, which have 100% bonus blood point variation, which means you get that amount, whatever amount you get, it's just added onto it. It's like it's 2 times. Exactly, it's 2 times. That's really what it is. But something to be confused about, and I completely understand it, is it says stacks, which you cannot, these are never like multiple, these things. But there are, however, which we're going to move on to, there are the offerings like Escape Cake and Party Streamers. They might be called Bloody Party Streamers. But anyways, Escape Cake gives you 100. Oh yeah, there's also like some kind of nutshell thing looking coom. It is basically, oh my god, I just said coom. Alright. No, but there's basically this thing, just 25% in each category, which just means you gain 25% blood points total at the end of the match. That's all that means. That is, of course, better than all these, because 25% blood points will generally, you know, unless you just do super well in one category and do garbage in others, and you have that offering sacrifice for that category, like bold to bold, then yes, then that'd be better. But most of the time, the yellow catacomb thing looking, yeah, whatever, is better. Then the Escape Cake gives you 100% in everything. This is really good. Doubles your blood points. I highly recommend it. It is one of the best things. It's so beautiful. And if you get salty, you know, you're not giving the killer some blood points, okay? Okay, even though we're going to move on to Bloody Party Streamers, which they're green, they give 100% more blood points to each person, okay? Even the killer. You're so salty, bro. He tunneled you the whole game. Well, guess what? You just gave him double blood points, and since he tunneled you, he probably got some fat stacks on you. Yeah. It's a green, which that's what doesn't make sense. The catacomb looking thing, what am I saying? That is yellow. Well, the Escape Cake is also yellow. Okay, there's a 75% blood point difference. Clear difference. No positives to having the 25%. Just clear 75% difference. They should not have that. They should adjust the rarities or remove it from the game. That makes no sense. You have the same chance of getting that than something else. The Party Streamers are really cool. I think the Party Streamers should be a purple. Or like a yellow as well. Because green, you know, can go both ways. Unless you're surviving friends, so never mind. Change that. It's a green. And it's the best thing, because if you have every single person use it, that's 500% more blood points. And when you start using certain perks, like if you go to David King here, that is not David King, that is the shop. Okay, guys, that is not David King, that is the shop. Don't be confused, guys. I'm so sorry. No, but if you go to David King here, and you look at We're Gonna Live Forever, you stack that up, that's an extra 100% at the end. That's why I recommend this for starting off, okay? Yeah, I know there's a flashlight there, okay? I just have fun being toxic. But We're Gonna Live Forever, that is a fantastic perk, okay? It's not good. No, not good at all, guys. It sucks, but it's good at the same time. Okay, let me tell you how. Because the blood points, just like the offering that you can get, it's all about the blood points. So what I suggest doing every game is this. By the way, this is what that looks like. The greens, and then this is the yellows. You know, you can tell the blood points. I suggest every game, anytime you can, unless you are capped at 1 million blood points, go for the blood points. Okay, go for the blood points. Unless you're doing something special and you want it on a certain map, go for the blood points. Okay, that is always the best thing. Progress the game as fast as possible. They actually give you a bonus, okay? You make more money than you do spending on them. Like with the yellow, you spend, I believe it's 4,000 on it. Okay, the Escape Cake, And if you do well and you get 32,000 blood points by maxing out all categories, which you probably won't, but we can assume you get about 20,000, then you're going to have 40,000, guys. It's really good. So go with the blood points, stack up, and that will be the end of this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned a thing or two. Don't be mad at me for taking 19 years. Okay, it's not my fault that it's hard for me to breathe, alright, and talk at the same time, bro. Anyways, I'll see you in the next one.